Hi, I'm Nicole Muldoon with Megatel Homes, and I have Brianna and Scott Noble. They traveled all the way from California here to Texas and are now happy homeowners in our Bellagio Lagoon community with a 2.9 fixed rate mortgage. So I remember when we initially were kind of just having a conversation on the phone and what uprooting your kind of current life all the way over into Texas. What kind of started that process for you, I guess?
Yeah, so we coming from California, it's just a different place, and we're working on having a baby, and Bree wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and we didn't think we were gonna be able to make it work in California, and so we just started looking around, and Forney just kept calling out to us, and when we had our child. We were just like, when should we do this? Let's kind of figure this out. And so we were just praying one night, and the next day we go on your guys' website, and 2.99 was literally there. So we're like, okay, we like that sign, and so we started the process.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was like a message just right there.
Yeah,
2.99.
Yeah.
That's what attracted you to kind of make that call and look into Megatel Homes.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely looked into other communities in the area of Forney, but obviously, like, they didn't have the rate, and then they didn't have the lagoon. The lagoon was very promising to us because we wanted to be smart with how we bought our home here. So we knew that we feel like after the lagoon is done, that the appreciation of the home is going to go up, and so it's just like a really good timing thing.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Like lifestyle and affordability kind of all came
Yes.
together,
Yes.
and that's ultimately what was your deciding factor.
Yeah, we had a number, like our mortgage, that we kind of wanted to stay around. And with a 2.99, we were able to get a little bit more of expensive house than if we got a higher interest rate, then we maybe needed to get a less expensive house. And so
Oh, absolutely. Definitely gives you that buying power and opens up a lot more opportunities
Sure.
when you have that 2.9 fixed rate. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was your first impression of the community when you saw Bellagio for the first time?
So, I mean, we drove from San Diego with 2 dogs, as you know, and our 3-month-old at the time, I believe, 2-month-old. And the day we got to Forney, we said, we just got to see if it's real, you know? And so we went directly to the house and just did a little drive-by, waved to the neighbors, and we were just stunned. We were so happy that it was exactly what we thought. We did all the Google, aerial looking at it, perspectives, and also just like putting the little, character on the road to like see what it looks like. But, we're kind of just trusting you guys in the process. And we were just so happy when we came. It was exactly what we imagined. It was surreal, actually.
yeah, it really was. Maybe even a little bit better than
Sure,
what
yeah.
the 4K,
Yeah.
could show you online.
Yeah.
Just because the whole community is immaculate. It's brand new. The shrubs and the beautiful turquoise butterfly benches. And, being a stay-at-home mom with 2 dogs and a baby, I walk every day. And so having somewhere nice and safe that I could walk that I knew would be clean once my baby got older was really important. So I was so happy to see all of that there.
The buying process, we bought one other home. It's just, in general, the buying process is, there's a lot to it, of course, always. But it was all worth it because of what we got, you know? So I think that the team with Megatel, you, of course, were very communicative and, made a hard process as easy as it can possibly be.
I would say the customer service and the way that everyone was able to help us so accommodatingly. Being in San Diego and purchasing a home, a couple of states over is nerve-wracking. And so to have that level of professionalism and the sales representative during the freeze, I think at the time, it was a winter when he went out there and took his phone and gave us a virtual tour of the house.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Above and beyond.
Yeah, definitely above and beyond. I didn't know that there was snow that we were going to be getting into, and to see it on the street and for him to show us, where the lagoon would be in relation to our home and kind of just more than what you can see on like the virtual tour online.
Yes.
I thought we were just going to be contacting the sales office and kind of doing paperwork, but to have that like personal touch was really nice.
What was your first reaction when you saw a 2.99 fixed rate was available?
We need to jump on that right away. It's really unheard of nowadays. Our last home, we got what was considered a good rate at 5 3/4. So that compared to what we were paying before to a 2.99 is a world of a difference. So we were very happy.
Yeah. For me, so we always say like we're two sides of a coin. We're polar opposites, but so different at the same time. And for me, I was a little bit more skeptical. I was looking for asterisks or fine print because we had looked at other communities and they did have attractive interest rates. But then, the fine print was
first 2 years.
Exactly, yeah. And so I was skimming, and once I saw that it said 30-year fixed, I believed it, but didn't at the same time, until I spoke to someone. And
what does having a 2.99 fixed rate really mean for you all personally or in the future of the current home that you got the 2.9 fixed rate on?
Well, it just enables us to have our daughter have her mom watch her throughout the day instead of having like babysitter and daycare and stuff like that. It enables us to afford life and enjoy life together. I mean, it's more than just, a mortgage. It just allows us to be able to, like I said, enjoy life because of that cost.
Yeah, definitely have like a different quality of life, not feel so on edge all the time and needing to Google what's the current interest rate to see, okay, can we refinance yet?
Right.
Is it time to refinance?
So if you could share in one sentence, what's been the number one benefit of going with Megatel Homes?
The craftsmanship, coming from, living in a little bit older home, being able to have everything so nicely done is really, really nice, as well as like the manicured front yard and the beautiful fencing and the huge lots to have like the dogs run around in.
It's just picture perfect home and exactly what we wanted. And obviously the 2.99 helps as well.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the lagoon to open as well as all of the amenities. Having a baby, and thinking about, okay, maybe not this summer, but next summer when she's a year and a half or so, being able to go to the lagoon or the restaurants or the bowling alley or the wave machine, just having everything right there, being able to walk if I want to get a quick bite to eat or something.
Not only that, the community of Forney is just exploding in such a positive way.
Oh, you definitely picked the right part of town, 100%. You're still close to everything, but yet you have that small hometown feel all at the same time.
Exactly.
What would you share with someone who feels like they cannot afford to buy a home right now?
Take a look at Megatel. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, it's a lot of places are unaffordable, but Megatel really gives you the buying power with that 2.99.
Yeah, I feel like our mortgage for a 4-bedroom home is pretty comparable to maybe a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment to rent, because not only is it a 2.99 that we keep emphasizing, but it's an FHA loan. So we really only have to put down 3.5%. So to have, a down payment go from 10 or 15% down to 3.5%, it's more manageable and definitely doable for most families, I think.
Yes, no, it definitely changes the game. The 2.99 fixed rate, it's definitely changed. Kind of like just removes all the barriers for a lot of people, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking, okay, maybe we'll, put more down to get rid of the mortgage insurance. And it didn't really make sense.
No, it doesn't. Yes, we have that same shared, or a lot of clients will actually choose and elect to finance all their closing costs and keep that money themselves because financing it over 30 years at a 2.9, that's just kind of
Yeah,
a
no
no-brainer.
brainer.
Yeah.
There's so many things nowadays, like with AI and like whatever, like you don't know what to believe, you know, from time to time. So, you know, online you're going to be skeptical, you know, but we're living proof that it's a real thing. So
It was very seamless. Driving from California to Texas, you know, when you're in it, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is a lot of work, but that was honestly the hardest part, was making the drive. But everything else was very seamless as far as like to be able to have a select few homes that we can look at, you know, and it's a little bit of everything. If you wanted 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, you know, different bath sizes, and then to be able to select one and go from there. You know, within 30 days, 35 days, we were already in the house.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and like I said, for trusting Megatel Homes to walk you through this whole journey. And welcome to Texas, and again, Megatel Lifestyle at Bellagio. So thank y'all.
Thanks so much.
Yes.